All right, welcome back. Another edition of Voice of Reason Sports Podcast. All-Star Weekend is in the books. How'd you enjoy it?
Uh, you know what I'm saying? I was a little mad because I couldn't get my bet in, my yearly bet, my load up bet on that All-Star game over. So disappointed. Uh they actually played defense this time. And I
Yes.
was saying, I was
Yeah.
like, man, I can't make no money. I can't get jiggy with this. I can't get jiggy with it.
Well,
I'm
that was a good thing about this new format. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? It
it made
it
them
it,
play defense.
it made them
The
play
first
defense
time
because they
they
were
played
going to
defense.
40.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It made them play defense. I mean, it was okay. You know what I'm saying? It still really didn't mean anything,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying? It was all right. At least it made them play defense, made the game more
Right.
kind of competitive. You know what
I
I'm saying?
actually I liked it. I just didn't like the way TNT covered it. You know what I mean?
What you
It
mean?
was too Hollywood. I mean, too bright lights and dancers out on the floor, and it was just too much going on. It's like even when the game ended, they would have Shaq, Kevin Hart, Ernie Johnson, and Chuck and all them out there. They got to talk about what's going on. Kevin Hart cracking jokes. It's like, man, can we get to the next game? What are we doing?
Right.
So I think it was overproduced, and the focus is becoming less and less about the players and the activities that they're doing out on the court.
Yeah, they got a little extra. I'm surprised they had like graphics all over the screen, like doing something crazy like that or something. I just thought something be crazy, like the ball going in and be fire on the ball or something like
Right.
that.
Well, that's
I
next.
mean,
That's next.
yeah,
It's gonna be like NBA jams. Remember that?
yeah, you know what I'm saying? NBA Jam. That's why I was thinking like it'd be something like that, man.
Yeah.
Uh, it, only thing, like I said, man, I'm being biased because of the better aspect of it. I was going to make so much money on that over, man. I was about to make so much money on that over, and I couldn't get it. I couldn't even do it because of this format. It just
Right.
made it so much more unpredictable.
Yeah.
On
I think if they put the focus back on the game itself, I think the format will work out. You know what I mean? Because you got more all stars out there. I would prefer them not to group them in these different categories that they did, like the
the Rising
OGs,
Stars.
the
Yeah,
rising stars, because the
yeah.
rising stars gonna get crushed.
They don't have no business there. I
Right?
mean, uh, they don't have no business there. I mean, did one of them get beat by the G Leaguers? Who got beat by a G Leaguer? Somebody got beat by a G
Well,
League.
with
Is
the
that the
dunk
first?
contest, I mean, because Mac McClung is a G leaguer.
I mean, the first round, the G League team was that the? I think that was the Rising
Oh,
Star,
that's right. That was the Rising Star game
the
because there
Rising
was the
Star
Rising
game.
Stars versus the G League.
Yeah,
So
well, yeah, because they had a tournament too.
right, right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
And
I
whoever won that tournament got to play in
yeah,
that in
I,
the All Star Weekend tournament.
yeah. Let's go back to the top NBA award, vote getters. Pick four of them and let them pick their team.
Right.
And let them put their team together. Pick their own coach, a celebrity coach like they had. Let's not use the TNT guys. I love those guys, but I like them behind the camera. I don't want them out there coaching, talking about their GMs and stuff like
Right.
that. That's silly. But I think it's fun. I like the format because it makes it competitive. It's not a dunk contest in the All Star game. It's an actual game where they're competing to get to 40 real quick. So
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, this the thing though, right? I mean, if they really play though, if they really play, somebody gonna end up getting hurt. And I
well,
think that's why it ended up being a free for all in the first place. Because people didn't want to even try to get hurt. They didn't want to think about, you know,
right.
getting hurt or anything. You know what I'm saying? So
Well,
if
that kind of lends itself to this question. I don't know. I kind of I got the news a few hours ago. I didn't really look it up, but Wimby is out for the season with a shoulder injury. Did that happen during the All Star game? When did he get this injury?
No, they saying something about a blood clot. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Okay.
Now, I don't know if something happened during the game to make that happen. I don't know.
I don't know.
He could have been resting. I mean, would it happen if he had rested the whole All-Star game and just not played at all? Would it not have happened?
That's my question. How did this happen? He just played in the All-Star game.
Just played in the All-Star game, yo.
Yeah.
Just played in the All-Star game.
Because I know if I'm the Spurs, I would be pissed. I
Right.
would be like, NBA, you need to
All-Star game.
change this. Do something like the NBA, NFL, and let's play a flag football game.
Right.
Let's don't
Right.
have my star player out there playing an All-Star game getting hurt.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because somebody, if they playing real defense, somebody gonna get
Oh
hurt
yeah.
for sure.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Somebody
why
definitely.
I'm glad. As much as I love Zion Williamson, I don't want him to make the All-Star team because he's
Nah,
gonna get hurt.
he can't be in there.
He can't be
He
there. I don't want
barely can
him.
play games without being hurt.
Anthony Davis, neither one of them should ever play in the All-Star game.
Ever. Anything where they gotta jump, bump up against somebody else, or try to block something.
No, I mean, come on now. Anthony Davis will get injured just walking on the court.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much. I mean, he's Mr. Glass. That's what Mr. Glass do.
Wrap that man in bubble wrap.
He's good. Wrap him in bubble wrap. That's the only way you can save him. The only way you can save him. You know what I'm saying? I mean,
Right.
he size you up and give you 40 and 20. But
Oh yeah.
he got
Oh,
about
he'll
three
give you
more
work.
games. He's gonna be on the sideline. Three
Yeah,
more.
he'll give you work. But I mean, if he get a hangnail, he done.
Done.
6 to 8 weeks.
Absolutely done, dog. Gotta repair the hangnail. They need to
Right.
do a lottery bypass for the hangnail.
Right. Right. I mean, but the All-Star weekend is always been, pretty much over the top. But I really would like them to focus a little bit on the game. I really would like to see them elevate the 3-point contest a little bit more. I would love for the WNBA to be more involved in the 3-point contest. I mean, why can't they play in the 3-point contest? Why can't they be participant? I think that would be a great idea.
Right? Didn't they do that one year?
They did it one year, but it wasn't. They weren't a part of the contest. They had a separate contest against Steph Curry. And it's like, well,
yeah, that's what it was. That's what it
yeah,
was.
you put her up against the greatest shooter
Come
ever
on.
in NBA history.
Right. Like who did you think was gonna win?
Right.
What? You didn't really think she had a shot, did you? Come
She
on.
had no chance.
Zero.
No snowball chance in hell. She had no chance.
Right.
Because
That's
Steph,
the snowball chance of hell for sure. Boy.
right? Because I'm like, he's the greatest shooter ever. I think she would have beat any one of those dudes out there on the court. And maybe that's why they don't have the WNBA playing, because it would be an embarrassment to her. Because that's part of the reason a lot of your superstars don't do the dunk contest, because of the embarrassment of losing it or looking bad at it.
Yeah.
So it's like,
yeah. But you can find a way to mingle them into them skills competitions and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll give more visibility to them, number one, because they need a ton of it because they still losing money, you know. And that's something where they don't have to compete directly against the men.
right.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Just put them in make a skills competition, mix them all together,
Yeah.
3 women,
You
4
know
women.
what? They used to do that. Remember, they used to do that. I used to enjoy that, where they would have like a newer
Yeah, like
player,
a mixed team, like a co-ed team.
a co-ed team. What, they would take a lady from the WNBA team of that
Yeah,
city, like
yeah,
so, like
yeah,
so it was the Spurs, right? It'll be Chris Paul. They'll take a WNBA player from the San Antonio team,
yeah,
and then they'll take an old school player, right? Maybe Sean
yeah.
Elliott or somebody to play
Mm-hmm.
with him. That was good, because it was
Yeah,
good to also see the old player
yeah.
from that team dressed out, showing his skills. So
Mm-hmm.
I just wish they would go back to some of those ideas, the ideas that actually worked back in the day.
Yeah, that's definitely one of them. They
Yeah,
just did something a little different, like to spice it up just a little bit because
right.
um I mean, the 3-point contest is what it is. The 3-point contest is a 3-point contest. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? I actually picked Tyler Herro and win plus 700. Oh my God, I should have told y'all. Oh my God, I should have told y'all. He was plus 700 to win the
The
to win the
contest.
3-point contest and end up winning it. Um, but that one is I mean, it's I watched the 3-point contest. And it is what it is. You're seeing the guy make as many he can. It is exciting to see the guy get hot. Buddy Hill first round went nuts.
Nuts. Yes,
He went
yes.
absolutely nuts. Scored 31 points in the first round.
Tied the NBA record.
Yeah, man. He went absolutely nuts.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, people come there for that on that Saturday. You come for the slam dunk contest.
They
It's
do.
all
They
about
do.
the contest. And this week was so terrible. It was so bad. Okay. I mean, they could not make their dunks. There was literally only two people that had a shot to win it. It was McClung and that dude Christie. I think his name is Christie.
What dude?
Something Christie.
The one from San Antonio?
Chris from San Antonio. Is it we play for San Antonio?
He was in the
Uh
finals with McClum. That's what you're talking about?
yes. So that's what the guy that was in the finals. That's what I'm talking about. The
I'm
guy that was in
sorry. I thought they were all bad except for McClung.
the
I thought they were all gone.
that's what I said. That dude was the only one that's even close. And he
Yeah.
wasn't that great, you know what I'm saying? But he was close.
Yeah.
He you can see he can dunk a little something for
A
real,
little
but
something. And game dunks are different from contest dunks. You
right,
know, he might be a good in-game dunker,
right.
but being creative and doing it in a contest, that's different. And obviously McClum, he specializes in that.
Man. He has I mean, this is the third time I'm seeing him dunk in a row. And I don't think he's repeated a dunk. I'm not
No, you're
sure
right.
the dunk, man. I mean, the one he did, only thing he did that was kind of a repeat was the one he jumps up and he bounces it off the front of the
Oh,
rim
okay. Yeah, yeah.
and then dunked it. He
Well,
all it bumped it against the front of the rim and then
and
dunked it.
dunk. Yeah.
He did one last year where he bumped it against
Bumped
the
to the
back
backboard. Yeah.
and then dunked it.
Well, I
Uh,
mean, the when he jumps over somebody, it's kind of the same dunk. It's just
it
you
really
hold
is. It really is.
it.
That's
But
true.
it's still amazing every time I see it. And I think the thing that he does that all the other players struggle with, he makes his dunk on the first try. That's what makes it so worth it. Like
Yeah.
the other guys, they don't make it to the second or third try. It's almost like you're just like, come on, man, just get it over with so we can get to the next dunk.
Right. But like, I see what he's trying to do. He
Right.
didn't. And then when he finally do it, it's so anticlimactic.
Right.
You're like, okay. That was all right, but you did it 5 times, though.
Right.
Took
It's
5
almost
tries
like a
to
relief.
get it.
It's like a relief. Like, oh God,
And you
thank you.
barely got it over the thing that time, because he's
Right.
tired. By the fifth time, he's tired. He barely got it over the rail, barely got it in there. Uh, yeah. You got to
Yeah,
make.
I like Shaq's, scoring system on that. He's like, if you don't make it on the first try, you can't get a 50. I mean,
I can
that's
dig it.
fair. I can
I
dig
can
it.
dig it. I can
Yeah.
dig that. For
If
serious.
it's a great dunk, but you only get it on the second try, 48, 49, not a 50.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense. I want Shaq back as a judge. You know,
Right. Right. Definitely.
Shaq was a good judge.
Definitely. Definitely.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm surprised nobody has done yet? I'm so shocked somebody has not done yet. The 360, the 720 dunk, yo. The
Mm.
joint that the Arab Dare did in the Air One, the and one. You know the and one guy that did the 720?
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about.
You see that? Yeah, man. If somebody ever completes that dunk in a slam dunk contest, they're gonna bring the house down.
Right. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
And I'm so shocked nobody has done that yet.
Huh.
So shocked.
I
You know what
I, I
I'm saying?
kind of remember seeing that like in the Foot Locker stores or something, right? The and one videos.
The and one joint, man. And he did it in game.
Oh, it
That
was
was
in game.
It was in game. He did not. It was not a slam dunk contest. Excuse me. It was
I'm just
not a
saying,
slam dunk contest.
I gotta think back to 25 years ago where they were doing the and one videos, in Foot Locker, what Escalade and all of them were doing, or
Yeah, yep,
Skip
was
to My
hot
Lou,
sauce, hot sauce, the professor,
a professor.
Escalade. You know what I'm saying? I
I,
think the 720 name was Arab. Was he Arab there? I think his name was Arab there.
I think you're right. I think you're right. And
Arab there.
the trip part about it, I didn't know Escalade was Mark Jackson's brother, younger brother.
Yeah, yep. They're brothers.
Yeah,
They should,
that's
yeah.
crazy. But Escalade
Sure
had
did.
mad handles like old Mark Jackson.
Man, man.
Yeah,
I mean, for real, I don't know why nobody in the NBA couldn't use him for real. Because for him to be that big, he got around. He got around. He did not get tired neither.
right,
He was
right,
on the
right,
full court.
right. Well, look,
Yeah, like
look.
300 pounds.
What thing I wanted to bring up about the dunk contest,
Mhm.
right? And we talked about this earlier. Mac McClung,
Mhm.
when he jumped over the car, he
Oh,
jumped over the car. That was
the
no phony
middle.
Griffin jump over the hood of the car and
Oh,
dunk it. He literally jumped over the middle of the car, took the ball out of the guy's hand that was in the sunroof, the moon roof, and
yeah.
dunked it.
Dog.
Reversed it.
I thought for sure when he went up, there was going to be like a pad on the other side of the car for
Mm-mm.
him to land. No pad. No pad at all.
No pad.
Leapfrog. He did leapfrog style. Both feet like this over the top of the car. I mean, it looked like he jumped off a trampoline, dog. It looked like he jumped off of a trampoline. Cause how do you get that high? And it wasn't like a low profile car or nothing. You know what I'm saying? It was a
Mm-mm.
regular mid-size sedan.
Right.
And he literally jumped over the front, the top of the car.
I know it's crazy.
That is crazy, yo. That's crazy ups.
And
That is
like,
crazy ups, yo.
and when he did it, I was thinking to myself, man, somebody's gonna get hurt because he clipped the other end of the car.
Almost fell. Yeah, he fell.
He almost lost his balance and fell flat on his face. There was no
Oh yeah.
padding on the other side.
Oh yeah, he did fall.
Yeah,
He didn't
but he
land straight.
stumbled. He didn't
Yeah,
land
he
straight. It
stumbled
wasn't
and
a
fell
clean
down.
landing.
That's right.
But
He landed on I mean, he stumbled and fell on the ground. Like he
right,
actually went to the ground.
right, he didn't stick the landing well.
He did not
But
stick the landing great. But the main thing, the dunk, he hit that
right,
perfect.
and I think that's the problem with the dunk contest, right? You got guys with all the props. You got the concern of injury, right?
Yeah,
Think about Mac McClung is like a D League player, a G League player, who's I think he's on 10-day contracts with the Orlando Magic. Maybe I don't know what his situation is, but he's not a regular on that team.
right.
So the team is not too concerned about him being in a dunk contest doing some wild, crazy stuff.
Right.
But you get $100 million, I don't know what young player, any young player you can think of, SGA out there trying to be in a dunk contest, MVP potential player out there in a dunk contest. Yeah, if I'm the GM, if I'm the owner, no, I don't want him out there. No, no, sir. No, no, no,
Yeah.
no.
Look,
Take this bench player.
I get it, but if you want this thing to be exciting, you want this thing to be exciting where you really want it to be, you got to get some star players in there. You know what I'm saying?
How do
It
you
can't be who?
incentivize them to do it?
I guess so, man. But that's what I liked about the old school, man. They just got out there and did it. You
Well,
know what
they
I'm
did
saying?
it because they needed the money. It was
Yeah, but they
actually a
wasn't.
lot of money to them.
Yeah, but there was no. There was. I mean, the money wasn't nowhere near what it is now.
That's,
You know what I'm saying?
their
They,
salaries weren't what it is now.
yeah, true, but the economy wasn't what it is now. They were impacted either. You know what I'm saying? And they
Yeah.
still were rich. They still were rich. They just weren't today rich. You know
Yeah,
what I'm
no, they're
saying?
stupid rich today.
They were. I mean, think about it. George was making toward the end of his career, he was making 30 million a
In
year.
a year. but
That
when he
was
was
huge back
well, when
then.
he was winning the dunk contest, he was not
No,
making 30 million a year.
no. No, he
Yeah.
wasn't. He
Yeah.
wasn't.
So winning the contest was a big deal. They were making good money. I just don't think the money that they're offering or anything they can offer is not enough of an incentive to do it. I think you're going to have to, basically not bribe them,
Man,
but
do it
tell
for
them
the
like, if
fans,
you don't
man.
do this, you're hurting the league.
Man, do it for your damn fans. God damn it. Do it
It,
for your fans.
ain't
How
that
about
ain't
that?
enough.
You know what I'm saying? How about you not be incentivized by money for a change? You're already getting a gazillion, billion, $1 billion. You know what I'm saying? To play the game that you love that you'll be playing for free, probably. You know what I'm saying? Go get a fan something. Go give back
No,
something a little bit to the fan.
agree with you. I think that should
Entertainment.
be the incentive. That should be the incentive. The fans need you. The game needs you. Look at our
Yeah,
ratings. You need to build this up. The dunk contest has been the crown jewel of All-Star weekend
that's right.
for the past 30, 40 years. And it's dying. It's dying.
Yeah.
The star
And
power is needed. Matt McClung did some great dunks, but he doesn't carry any star power.
right. And old LeBron teased that what was his like second, third year in the league when he said he's
Right,
gonna be ain't sniffed it since. He going to All-Star game. You know
right,
what
right.
I'm saying?
Well,
He playing the All-Star. He took up somebody's spot, dog. Let's talk
right,
about LeBron. Mr.
right,
LeBron.
right, right.
Come on, dog. You
I
go you go to the All-Star game and then say you're not gonna play.
right, right.
Come
You
on,
knew you
man.
were injured.
You knew you were injured. You knew you
But
weren't
for
gonna
me,
play.
for me, like he got selected, but he should decline it at this age and this many years of playing. He should be declining the All Star. Like, hey, I've done this 22 times or whatever the number
Right,
is. I'm
right,
40 years old. I need this break. Let somebody else go. That's what
right.
he should do.
Exactly. Exactly
Yeah,
what he should do because he took up somebody's spot that
he
could have
did.
played.
Yes, like, yeah, he sure did.
You
He,
know what I'm
he,
saying?
he Yeah, I had a problem with that too, and I didn't have a problem with the fact that he didn't play because of injury, because I'm like, he's an old player and he's done this 22 years. No,
Exactly.
I had a problem with him waiting to the day of the game or whatever it was. It was really close where they couldn't select
Yeah,
anybody else.
exactly. Exactly. That
Yeah,
the timing was absolutely terrible.
right.
And he had to know that. He
Yeah, of
had to
course.
know that timing was terrible. You know what I'm saying? You could have did it 2 days before and told him, hey, can you send the next guy up?
Right,
You know,
right,
because if they didn't replace him, you know he did it last of last minute. You know
right.
what I'm saying? If they did it
Yeah.
if 4 days before, they could have easily got somebody out there.
Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. Because, but at this point, like, if you go, I'm just throwing out this name, not to say that C.J. McCollum should have been an All Star game, but C.J. McCollum, since he wasn't selected, he probably in Cancun somewhere on the beach. You
Right,
know,
right.
he
Yeah,
he because he's not in the All Star weekend, so why bother going? A lot of players take vacation around this time, so
right,
you can't call him to come play.
right.
So yeah, I didn't like how LeBron did that. I thought he could have handled that better. He should have known that he wasn't going to be able to play.
Yeah, man. He very well knew. That's just a shame on LeBron though, right there, yo.
Right. I
It's
agree.
bad enough you not gracing the damn drink with your presence when you probably only got a couple of years left if
Left.
this is not your last year. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
This should be like a
And
farewell tour.
it should have been a farewell tour type of deal, you know?
Mm-hmm.
But you do it last minute, snub somebody else that could have played.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Uh yeah, man. That's just you could have threw Norman Powell in there or something.
Yeah, give Norman Powell, his first
Put Norman
all-star
Powell up in there.
selection.
Yeah, you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? He don't got no all-star selections. He's
Right.
playing great this year. Go ahead and let that man do what he do.
Right. 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 Right.
That's
Right.
just
No.
like he having a career year this year.
Right.
Man.
Yeah. Well, man, wow. Speaking of him, I have to say the Clippers should be kicking themselves. They let SGA go to Oklahoma, and dude is like the best player in the league.
No, but dog. And who did they do it for? Paul George?
I know.
What? For Paul
Oh,
George?
Paul George. Yeah.
Come on, man. Come on, dog. That
I, I I just don't understand the logic of some of these GMs, man. I just don't understand. You got a young up and coming player. Why not just let that develop?
hey, who's that to let who's that to let Kobe go for Vladi Diva?
That was the Hornets, the
The
Charlotte Hornets.
Hornets. Yes, the Hornets. Oh my
Yeah,
God. You
yeah.
want to talk about one of the worst trades in the NBA history?
Insane.
Absolutely insane. I saw no reason for that trade. Even back then. I was like, for Vladi Divac? Like, what are we doing? You got the young kid out of high school
Just let him
and you
play.
traded for Vladi Divac.
You're right.
It just puzzles me. I don't understand what's going on.
Like I said, I don't understand some of the logic to some of these trades. You know, unless it's money, unless it's salary cap reasons. Like I'm hearing that's
Right.
why Dallas may have made the trade of
Mm-hmm.
Luca because one, he's out of shape, and
Yep.
two, he was expecting a super max, maybe 60 million or 70 million a year, something ridiculous. But
Right.
but to me, 25-year-old Luca, I'm
Mm-hmm.
paying him. He is the franchise.
You gotta pay him.
You gotta pay him. What are you
You gotta
doing?
pay him.
It's
Yeah.
just money. It ain't my money, but it's just money.
It's money. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? I I really don't understand. Wait, look, this is what I'm hearing, right? They said something about well, this is a YouTube rumor. Okay. So you know that there's a female that owns
Yes.
the Dallas Mavericks now, right? Because she bought
The majority stake.
the majority stake from Mark Cuban, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she was trying to get a new stadium from the from Dallas, trying to
Yeah.
had to get them chipping in tax money to
Yep.
get the stadium built. So she was trying to get the stadium built, and they told her no. And then she said, "Well, if you don't give me a new stadium, I'm gonna move the team." Right? And then they said, "This is a long little story, little rumor mill story," but so they didn't allow her to get the money, and so she said, "Well, okay, well, I'm gonna move the team to Vegas like
Mm.
that, right?" And they said the team would never, the fans will never forgive you if you did that. So she said, "Okay, well, I'm gonna trade your number one guy,"
Mm-hmm.
and that's how the
Yeah.
trade. That's what I'm
That's what
hearing.
I heard. That's what I heard. I just know one thing: Mark Cuban wouldn't have made that trade.
Mark Cuban would have never made that trade ever,
Mm-mm.
ever, because he know
Like,
you don't star power in the NBA.
yeah, because I mean, he should have traded Dirk Nowitzki after so many years after they won the championship, but he
Oh yeah,
kept Dirk around just for
yeah,
the
the wheels fell off. He
yeah,
played wheels fell all the way off.
way off because he was a symbol of that championship team, and Mark Cuban was going to milk that till it was over.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Let him do his farewell thing, farewell tour, and all that.
Yeah,
And yeah, I mean, I think he played 20 years in the league, right?
yeah, something like that. Pretty
Yeah, I think he
close.
played 20 years. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. I think he was out there 20 years.
yeah, because if you think about it, I mean, he played with Steve Nash, before Steve Nash went to the Suns. Dirk was there. Dirk was in Dallas and played with Steve Nash before he went to Phoenix. Nash played in Dallas first. So
Yeah.
that's how long he's been around.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is a long time.
that's a long time. I remember when he first came in the league, 7-footer, he just had this awkward jump shot.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
One of those Euros.
yep. 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 Yep.
I
It
mean,
was him.
I guess what? No, I guess you gotta go back before that. I was gonna say Tony Kukoc,
Oh
but
no. Oh yo.
uh,
Brazen Petrovic. He played for the New
yeah,
Jersey Nets. He
yeah.
was a gamer, and
What
it
about
was
Mobley? Wasn't what's the dude from San Antonio?
no. You
What was
talking
his
about
name?
no. You talking about um He's the one that came up who was doing the Euro step that
Yeah,
everybody started to
yeah,
follow. Oh,
yeah.
I can't think of his name right now.
I can't remember his
You
name
you
either.
you threw
So
me off with Mobley,
his
isn't that?
his face is in my. I can see him, but
Yeah, he's from Argentina.
yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, no, I mean, you had some great European players, and Dirk definitely goes down as one, and Luka would be the next. So, you know,
yeah.
but with that said, I'm looking forward to the rest of the season. I will be tuned in now. Now that football season is over with, I'll be tuned into college basketball as I start looking at the future of the NBA, the next star that will be coming to the NBA. But I got to see what they do in the tournament, so it'll be exciting to watch. So,
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm not as into college basketball until the March
tournament,
Madness
yeah,
pops off. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just too many teams. It's too much
yeah,
to. It's just too much in it. Basketball every night. It's like 100 games every night.
yeah,
You just can't
yeah.
follow.
I'm the same way. I got to wait till the cream rises to the top.
Right.
I want to see the best of the best. I'm not watching, some team from whatever conference that ain't gonna make his own conference tournament. You know what I mean?
Mm,
I want to see the team that wins their conference tournament, that makes it to the NCAA tournament, and that's what I'm gonna start watching. I want to hear about the
mhm.
stars then. So I'll be
Yeah.
watching. All right, you ready to wrap this thing up?
Yes, indeed.
All right. Well, thanks for joining us again. We do this thing every week. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.
All up.